If you think a bath is just a quick way to get clean, you might be missing out on one of the most powerful recovery tools on the planet. Today, we're diving into the Japanese secret of the ofuro, their bath, and how they treat it not as a chore, but as this incredible ritual to completely reset the day and recharge for tomorrow. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll get into what this reset ritual is all about. Then, we'll take a quick trip back in time to see how this culture of recovery started. After that, the fun part, the science-backed hacks you can actually use. And finally, we'll put it all together so you can get, seriously, your best sleep ever. All right, let's kick things off with the main idea here, the reset ritual. We're talking about taking something as simple as bathing and turning it from just getting clean into a legit, powerful ceremony for your body and your mind. And this right here, this is the fundamental difference. For many of us in the West, a bath is where you go to, well, clean your body, get the dirt off. But in Japan, the whole point of the ufuro is totally different. It's a place to reset, to hit the refresh button on your body and even your heart. It's all about recovery. And look, this idea isn't some new wellness trend you'd see on social media. No way. It's something that's been baked into Japan's history for centuries. So let's dig into how this whole culture of recovery really got started. It really all begins with this concept called toji. For ages, Japan's natural hot springs, the onsen, they weren't just a fun place to hang out. They were basically natural hospitals. People would travel and stay for weeks, specifically to use the mineral-rich waters to heal from sickness and just recover from deep, bone-tired fatigue. So from the very beginning, the goal was always recovery. It's actually perfectly captured in this really funny movie called Thermae Romae. It's about an ancient Roman bath designer who time travels to modern Japan, and he is just absolutely blown away by their bathing culture. And the biggest shock for him comes down to one simple but totally game-changing rule. And here it is. This is the golden rule. You wash your entire body outside the tub in a completely separate washing area. Think about that. By the time you actually step into the bathtub, you are already 100% clean. That means the tub itself isn't for cleaning at all. It's this sacred space, purely for soaking, warming up, and healing. That separation, it changes everything. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but who has time for that in our crazy modern lives? And yeah, it's true, a lot of younger people in Japan are shower people during the busy work week. But, and this is the fascinating part, they still crave that deep recovery. So they'll make a special trip on the weekend to a Sento, a public bathhouse, just to have that ritual. It shows you just how vital this whole idea still is. Okay, so we've got the philosophy down. Now let's get to the good stuff, the practical hacks. How can you and I turn our own bathtubs into a high-performance recovery machine? This is where we get into the actual science you can use. First up, let's talk temperature. The magic number is 40 degrees Celsius, which is about 104 Fahrenheit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't it be scalding hot? We tend to think hotter is better, but science actually backs up the Japanese approach. A slightly lukewarm bath is way more effective for getting you to relax and prepping you for sleep. So how does this actually work? Well, when you soak in 40-degree water, it flips on your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your body's rest and relax mode. It gently brings your core temperature up. Then, when you get out, your body starts to cool down. And that drop in temperature is a massive, natural signal to your brain to start pumping out melatonin. It's basically telling your body, all right, it's time to sleep. But hold on, before you go and draw that perfect bath, you need to know this number. In just one 15-minute soak, you can sweat out around 800 milliliters of water. That is a ton of fluid to lose. I mean, to put that into perspective for you, that's more sweat than you'd lose during an entire hour of walking. So this means hydration isn't just a nice to have. It is absolutely 100% critical for this whole process to work. So what do you drink? Well, the go-to hack in Japan isn't just plain water. It's an electrolyte drink, like Pocari Sweat, because you need to replace all the salts and minerals you just sweated out. And if you want to go pro level, there's a concoction called Oropo. It's a mix of Pocari Sweat and a vitamin C drink. It's like the ultimate recovery cocktail after a good soak. All right, next hack. Timing is everything. You want to get out of the bath about 90 minutes before you actually plan to hit the hay. Why 90 minutes? Well, that's the sweet spot. It gives your core body temperature enough time to gradually drop, putting you in the absolute perfect state for deep, restorative sleep. And for the final touch, let's talk about what you put in the water. Those carbonated bath bombs are huge in Japan, and for good reason. The carbon dioxide actually helps your blood vessels expand, which boosts circulation and helps flush out all that tired feeling. And when you add a scent you love, you're also hitting the mental reset switch through your sense of smell. It's a two-for-one deal. Okay, we've covered a lot: the history, the mindset, the science. So let's just boil it all down into a super simple plan you can literally use tonight to get an incredible result. So here it is, your three-step reset ritual. It's really this simple. Step 1, temperature, 40 degrees Celsius, about 15 minutes. Step 2, timing. Make sure you're out of the tub 90 minutes before bed. And step 3, hydration. Get those electrolytes back in you. Temperature, timing, hydration. That's the secret sauce. When you stop seeing your bath as a place to wash and start treating it as a space to recover, you're unlocking this seriously powerful daily hack. And the reward for all this? It just might be the best sleep of your life. So the only question is, are you ready to try it?